Hi students, once again I welcome you all to my channel Abrar sir classes. ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಸಿಟಿ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಇನ ಸೆಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ನೋಡೋಣಪ್ಪ. ಓಕೆ, ಟಾಪಿಕ್ is cell and internal resistance. This is part 2. I will teach you how to solve problems in just 45 seconds. Okay, this is the first problem of part 2. A cell supplies a current of ಎಷ್ಟಂತೆ 0.9 amperes. Okay, now here just see here plus minus cell and Krishna you have to write E and R in series. Okay, through a resistor of 2 ohm, R is equal to how much? 2 ohm they have given, and a current of how much? Current I is equal to 0.9 amperes. Okay, nappa, you have to write I is equal to E divided by R plus R. Okay, that is the first step. 0.9 is equal to E, we do not know. R is to 2 plus of R, right? In the second case, and a current of 0.3 amperes through a resistor of 7 ohms. Andre, take another circuit, okay, where R is becoming how much? R is getting increased 7 ohm. What happens to the current? Then current is decreasing. Okay, I is equal to 0.3 amperes. Okay, once again you have to write what? 0.3 is equal to E as it is divided by 7 plus of R. Same formula I am using. I is equal to E divided by R plus R. Call this as equation number 1. This is equation number 2. Okay, what you have to calculate? Internal resistance R you have to calculate. Okay, now I will divide 1 by 2 use what? 1 by 2 use 0.9 by 0.3 is equal to E divided by 2 plus of R into again this 7 plus R will be coming in the numerator divided by E. E gets cancelled. This I can okay, this is 3 times I can just divide 3 into 2 plus of R, cross multiply 3 into 2 plus of R. Your calculation should be very fast. That is equal to 7 plus of R. 6 plus 3R is equal to 7 plus of R. I will take this okay, 3R minus R is 2R is equal to 7 minus 1. R is equal to 1 by 2 ಅಂದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ 0.5 ohm. So internal resistance is 0.5 ohm. This is very easy. Okay, once if you remember this formula and you have to divide and get the answer. R is 0.5 ohm. Next, what they are asking, a battery of EMF. Okay, you have 1, okay, plus minus E is equal to ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರಪ್ಪ EMF 10 volts ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, internal resistance ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ 0.5 ohm ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. This current across a variable resistor. Variable andre ಏನಪ್ಪ? What does it mean? Variable means like this. Okay, this is the symbol of the fixed resistor. Okay, this is fixed resistor. Okay, and now if you write an arrow mark like this, itara bardre, this is the variable resistor. This is variable resistor. Variable resistor. Okay, here I can vary the value of the resistance. Okay, vary the value 0 to infinity. Okay, 0 to infinity for example. Okay, here it is fixed 50 ohm andre 50 ohm. Illi I can vary. Okay, variable resistor 0 to infinity for example I am just telling. Okay, now the value of R for maximum power transfer. For maximum power transfer, we know maximum power transfer theorem. Okay, what it says is load resistance is equal to what? Source resistance ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, is equal to source resistance. What does it mean? Which is the load resistance? Okay, this is what? The load resistance. This is called load resistance. Here load is connected. Okay, which is the source? Voltage source. This is the voltage source. This is nothing but small r. Small r is nothing but what? Source resistance. Source resistance. So maximum power transferred in the circuit, maximum power is dissipated in the circuit when capital R is equal to small r, that is equal to ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ 0.5 ohm. Okay, 0.5 ohm is the right answer. Hope you understood this concept. Okay, maximum power transfer theorem, this is called. Next, for different values of resistor again. Okay, what you have been given, E ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರಪ್ಪ, small r ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, r is variable. Okay, let us say I can vary from 0 to infinity ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. 0 to infinity I can vary, for example. Okay, now when the maximum power will be dissipated in the circuit when capital R is equal to small r. Okay, understood? That is equal to how much? That is equal to 1 ohm. Understood? Maximum power is transferred. We know that what is the formula for maximum power transfer. Okay, what is the formula for maximum power transfer? Okay, that is given by, okay, when maximum power dissipated in the circuit, okay, is given by E square by 4r. This is very very important. Okay, E square by 4r. E square is how much is E? They are given 4 the whole square divided by 4 into 1, 16 by 4 andre maximum 4 watts of power will be dissipated in the circuit. Maximum it can dissipate what? 4 watts. Okay, not more than this one. Okay, now then which of the following values are not possible? Not possible andre which are not possible? Okay, more than this one is not possible. More than this one is 5 watts, not possible. 8 watts, not possible. Only 2 watts is possible, because if you keep on varying, okay, the value, it will be like this. Okay, idu power andre idu resistor R andre, okay, this will be like this. Okay, understood? When this R is equal to R, when this R is equal to R, maximum power will be dissipated. PD max. Okay, PD, okay, power dissipated. What is the formula? Formula is E square by 4R. E square by 4R, right? Understood? It is not possible. 5 watts and 8 watts is not possible. So B and C is not possible at all. Okay, it is 2 watts is possible and 4 watts is possible maximum. Okay, E square by 4R. This formula, if you have to remember, this is very very important. Okay, once you remember this one, easily you can understand. Understood? How we got this formula? We noted what is power. Power is given by what? I square into R, right? What is power dissipated? I square into R. What is I is equal to? I is equal to E divided by R plus R. Understood? When R is equal to R, when capital R is equal to small r, I ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? I will be equal to E divided by R plus R ಅಂದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 2R ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Right? Okay, so here E square by ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರಿಬೋದು ನಾನು? 4R square ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬೋದು, and R. Okay, this gets cancelled. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ PD maximum power dissipated. Okay, maximum here power dissipated is I square into R. Okay, maximum power dissipated when this will happen when capital R is equal to small r, when load resistance is equal to source resistance. ಇದು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವೇನಪ್ಪ? ಸೊ E square by ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? E square by 4R. This is PD max. Like this you have to. Understood? Now we'll go to the next sum. What it is saying? A battery of EMF E and internal resistance R is connected across a resistance R. Okay, we have one battery. R illiде, capital R ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, this is the load resistance that is connected across this R plus minus E. Okay, understood? Now what it is saying, resistance R can be adjusted to any value. This is a variable resistor. Okay, this is a variable resistor. Now what happens? It can be adjusted to any value, 0 to infinity at that column, 0 to infinity that column. Okay, now when, let us say, when R is equal to what? When R is equal to R is equal to 0 ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? When R is equal to 0. Okay, let us say R is equal to 0. Okay, I will try to, I will make you understand. Okay, R is equal to 0 ಅಂದರೆ plus minus E. R is equal to 0 and short circuit. It is what? Short circuit. R is equal to 0 is what? Short circuit. When R is equal to 0, short circuit ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ what happens to, okay, what happens to this one? What happens to this when R is equal to 0, that is when this is short circuited, what happens to this voltage here? That is across A and B. Okay, it is short circuit. Similarly here, if I draw the voltage and current, okay, now here current will be how much? Current will be maximum here. Maximum current will flow when R is equal to 0. I will be maximum. That is equal to E by R agutte. Right? This is the maximum current. Understood? Okay, that is the maximum current. E by R. Here I is maximum. Okay, I is maximum. That is given by E by R. Now, let us say when plus minus E. Okay, now it is open circuited between A and B and between A and B. Okay, now if this is open circuited ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? R is equal to infinity. It is open circuited. When it is open circuited, okay, open circuited, what happens? This CKT is circuit. CKT is when R is equal to infinity. What happens to this value of E? Terminal voltage. What will be the terminal voltage between A and B? Okay, that is V will be equal to what? That is the voltage between A and B will be equal to E itself. V will be equal to EMF itself because no current flows here. Okay, terminal voltage V will be equal to how much? If I draw a graph of V, they have drawn here. Okay, this is V and this is what? I they have drawn, small I. Okay, current is maximum have written E by R irutte. Illi this one illi enagutte? V will be equal to what? E. Okay, this happens only when R is equal to infinity. This happens when R is equal to what? 0. When R is equal to 0, I max is what? E by R. When R is equal to 0. When R is equal to 0, okay, short circuit adaga SC, short circuit. And what happens to V is equal to 0? When R is equal to infinity, open circuit adaga. Okay, V is equal to E is equal to how many volts? 10 volts. Okay, now understood. And how much is I max? I max is equal to E by R. What they have given. Now what exactly we are supposed to calculate? A graph is plotted between the current I passing through the resistance and potential. Select the correct alternative or alternatives. Internal resistance. Okay, now internal resistance of battery. Okay, now I max. How much will be I max here? Okay, have they given any value of the yes, I max is equal to, I can calculate. I max is equal to, okay, I max is equal to how many amperes? 2 amperes. I came to know here. I max is equal to how many amperes? 2 amperes. I know I max is equal to what? I max is equal to what? E by R, right? E by R. How much is E? E also I know. Okay, E also I know. How much is I max is how much? 2. E I know. E is equal to how much? 10 by R. So R will be equal to how much? R will be equal to 10 by 2, that is equal to 5 ohm. Internal resistance is how much? 5 ohm. Here internal resistance of battery is how many ohms? 5 ohm. The correct answer. EMF of battery 20 volts. Wrong. EMF of battery is how many volts? 10 volts. Maximum current which can be taken. Maximum current is 4 amperes. Wrong. Maximum current is how much? 2 amperes. Okay. VI graph can never be straight line as shown in the figure. Now this is also wrong. The correct option is. Hope you understood. Okay. If you have liked this video, kindly share with your friends, subscribe for my YouTube channel, uh, like it, and then if you have any doubts, you ask in the comment box. Thank you one and all. Hope you understood this problem. This is very interesting. Try to understand. Okay, this one here current is maximum and here V will be equal to E when R is equal to what? Infinity, and when R is equal to 0, I max E by R. This I have shown you very clearly here. Thank you one and all.